The city was noisy with normal afternoon sounds, cars honking, people talking, footsteps on concrete. Among all the busy people rushing past, one woman stood completely still. Her name was Marissa Hensley. She held a cardboard sign that said, "Hug me for $5" in messy black letters. A few coins and dollar bills sat in a cup at her feet, not enough for much, but maybe enough for a cheap meal later. A line of expensive black cars drove down the street. Inside the main car, President Trump looked out the window. Most people didn't catch his attention, but this woman standing so still made him look twice. There was something different about her. Before the car got too far, he suddenly said, "Stop the car." The Secret Service agents immediately got alert as the whole motorcade came to a stop right near Marissa. People on the sidewalk froze when they saw the president's car. Everyone started pulling out their phones to record what was happening. When President Trump himself stepped out and walked toward Marissa, the crowd got completely silent. "Young lady," Trump said in his familiar voice, "what's this all about?" He pointed at her sign. Marissa looked right at him without looking away. "Survival, Mr. President," she answered simply. There was a pause as everyone waited to hear what would happen next. "You shouldn't have to sell hugs to survive," Trump said firmly. "Not in my America." Marissa didn't smile. "Then where are the jobs?" she asked right back. And just like that, they started having a real conversation, not some planned political talk, but an actual discussion right there on the sidewalk with everyone watching. Marissa crossed her arms. "I've applied to 37 jobs," she said. 37. You know how many called me back? She held up one finger. 1. A diner. They fired me after a week because customers didn't like my tattoos. She rolled up her sleeve to show the designs on her arm. Trump looked at them and shook his head. "That's stupid," he said. "What matters is if you can do the job, not what's on your skin." "Tell that to the people who hire," Marissa replied. Some people in the crowd nodded in agreement while others looked uncomfortable. "We're bringing jobs back," Trump said. "Good factory jobs. Real work. Bring them faster," Marissa said. "Rent is due every month no matter what." There was a short silence. Then Trump turned to one of his assistants. "Get her information," he ordered. "Find her a real job." Marissa looked surprised. "You're serious?" she asked. "I don't joke about jobs," Trump said. He held out his hand. "Let's get you off this sidewalk." After a second's hesitation, Marissa shook his hand. Camera flashes went off all around them. As the president's cars drove away, Marissa stayed where she was. People around her were talking excitedly about what just happened. Some were already posting about it on their phones. She wondered if anything would really change. Maybe. Maybe not. But one thing was different now. For the first time in a long time, someone important had actually listened to her. Really listened. And no matter what happened next, that meant something. That was real. The crowd slowly went back to their normal business. Marissa took a deep breath and walked away from the spot where her life might have just changed. Only time would tell. But today felt different than yesterday. And that was enough for now. Here are the key lessons we can learn from this action by the President of the United States of America. 1. Everyone deserves basic dignity. Marissa wasn't begging, she was offering something, hugs, in exchange for money. Even when struggling, people want to work and contribute. Never judge someone's situation without knowing their story. 2. Real problems need real solutions. Political promises don't pay rent or put food on the table. People need actual jobs, not just speeches about jobs. Solutions must come quickly enough to help people now. 3. Appearances can be misleading. Tattoos or looks don't determine someone's work ability. Good workers come in all appearances. Businesses miss out when they judge by appearances only. 4. Courage gets attention. Marissa stood still while others rushed by. This got noticed. She spoke honestly instead of being polite. Sometimes you need to stand out to be heard. 5. Listening matters most. The president could have ignored her or made empty promises. Actually listening created real change. Many problems could be solved if powerful people really listened. 6. Small actions can start big changes. One honest conversation led to action. Helping one person can inspire others. Change often begins with simple human connections. 7. Survival isn't a choice, it's a necessity. People do what they must to get by. Unusual jobs, like selling hugs, come from desperation. No one should be ashamed of trying to survive. 8. Real leadership means taking action. Trump didn't just talk, he told his staff to help. True leaders solve problems when they see them. Actions always matter more than words. 9. Everyone has value. Marissa had skills and willingness to work. Her value wasn't diminished by her situation. Society often overlooks people's potential. 10. Hope comes from being heard. The biggest gift wasn't the job offer, it was being listened to. Feeling understood can change someone's outlook. Everyone wants their struggles to be acknowledged. Final thought. This story shows that underneath all our differences, people everywhere want the same basic things: to be treated with respect, to have real opportunities, and to know that someone cares about their situation. The best solutions come when we see each other as human beings first. Did this story make you think? Hit the like button if you believe everyone deserves a fair chance. Want more powerful, real-life stories that challenge the way you see the world? Subscribe now and never miss a story that inspires, educates, and sparks change. Drop a comment below. What would you do if you saw someone selling hugs for $5? Let's start a conversation. Subscribe, like, share, because stories like this deserve to be heard.